Greetings, my human friends. This is Rudolf of Germany, the tall white alien, and today you had maybe the impression I will play a little bit of this guitar to you. Completely wrong. This was just something to catch your attention. Today I would like to speak about Black Americans versus Black Africans. Is there much in common between those two groups, or are they far apart and just have a certain slight resemblance because of the skin color? Well, as you all know, many hundreds of years ago there was a thriving slave trade between Africa, West Africa, and the Americas, South Caribbean and North America, so to speak. Over 20 million black Africans got enslaved and brought over for labor, hard labor, into the New World. They have been choosing the youngest and strongest ones they could find and deprived Africa of much of its future generations of strong people to create their own future of the African continent. So those people came to the Americas and they stayed over hundreds and hundreds of years over there, and still today they are living amongst the white and Latin and otherwise population of the United States and other American countries. But you always hear from sides of the black Americans certain complaints. Naturally, there is a crust of highly educated, hardworking and brilliant black Americans, which are an asset to society, no doubt about that. But we cannot overlook the vast masses of blacks in the United States, mainly of America, who are complaining and at the same time proclaiming that melanin in their skin is a sign of God, that they are the chosen people. But nevertheless being trodden down by the whites, and they have, because they are a minority, not the chance to show their godly heritage. So they are complaining and whining and going, one part of them, to the black preachers and churches and singing and stamping and dancing and listening to that mostly extremely overweight, sweaty black preacher and his nonsensical rhetoric. Well, then there is another third, which is politically motivated in some way or the other and try to find a reason or another why they are so discriminated at. And of course, the vast group of drug abusers who find only salvation in numbing down their mental faculties. There we got these groups which are mainly present, black Americans who are mainly present in the United States, Canada, and so on. These people call themselves African Americans and are very proud of their African heritage. Well, ask them how much they really know about Africa. They are much closer in their thinking and in their cultural behavior to the white and otherwise Americans than to the black Africans, which live still on their continent. I'd say the difference between those two groups are very large. I have never heard a real African speak about melanin as a skin color pigmentation which is given to them by God and they're very proud of and are continuously speaking about this beautiful gift which they cherish so much. These African Americans could not care less. They are more level-headed. They know exactly what they need. They need to improve on their life's circumstances. They are very inventive, very nimble, and mentally intelligent people who are willing to go all the way and even risking their own lives to go to other parts of the world just to improve on their circumstances. Who in the American black population would walk through the desert of Sahara, hundreds of miles, only to go onto a ship which has the potential to be sinking halfway to their land of destination? What black American is capable and willing to live in the bushes of Africa, living of not so clean water and maybe eating only 3 times a week, some rice and maybe some dried fish? All of this, which is being so much touted from the American blacks and their pride to be black Africans, is nothing but utter nonsense. No black African even takes these kind of people really serious. Africans are very inventive, very intelligent people, and once they arrive somewhere, they are not beggars and complainers. I have seen it in several European countries, but they try to work instantaneously, and if they have no permit to work, they will illegally try to sell some counterfeit bags or other kinds of fashion items. Anything but complaining, anything but begging, anything but demanding from any government, anything. No. Just fight for survival and make the best of your situation. I have a lot of respect for these black African people who are so resilient, so strong, and so practical and intelligent in their behavior. Where is this spirit of Africa to be found in black Americans who are sitting around and taking drugs and complaining about the white man who has since hundreds of years not have taken them serious, and that's the reason they have to hang around for hundreds and hundreds of years more. See, there is the difference I wanted to light out. No black African can understand the complaints of black Americans. Black Africans have such a hard life, they would love to come to the United States and take only 10% of that chance you black Americans have. And you will have a leader right there. The black Africans can show you how to make something out of themselves. Rudolf of Germany.